Hey everyone, it's Desiree. Day 15. This is exciting. And again, computer's still hanging on. It's getting tough though. Sorry. So, day 15, we are going to focus on the Gina K Stamp TV kit that she released a while ago called Fruit of the Season. Now, when it comes to her kits, she does not do a monthly kit. She releases like every quarter, in 6 months. It all depends. But whenever she releases a kit, it's absolutely beautiful. It is a wonderful value. You get 2 huge 6x8 stamp sets, sometimes more, dies that match each of the stamp sets. The details that are in these stamp sets are amazing. You get the magnetic boards for the dies. I mean, look at these 2 stamp sets. They are gorgeous. Now, once again, I know this is a kit. No, I'm not making 5 cards, 1 kit, but I will be making 2. And I will be focusing on each of the stamp sets in this kit. So, 2 kind of very different ideas. And yes, this one has a boo-boo as well. So, I was on a roll with the boo-boos. Between the computer, between this, it's been fun. So I pulled out 2 of my Stampin' Up! Inks. One is Soft Sky. I do not believe it is available anymore. And the other one is Night of Navy. I stamped the largest Snowflake, or one of the largest, in the Soft Sky first. I'm now coming in around the edges using a finger dauber with my Night of Navy. And then I'm going to stamp over it again in the Soft Sky. I love her dies and the details that they cut out. I mean, it cuts right around that snowflake, which is wonderful. I am using one of the new sets. I did get them, the Altenew stamp sets. These are the Gentleman's Gray, and they are beautiful colors. They are warm. They're just gorgeous. I believe they had 4 new sets come out. A green, a purple, a gray, and a yellow. Again, just very general titles there for those colors. But they're beautiful colors, as always. So, yes, I got them. But I just had to have them. There's things that I gravitate to. And one of the things that I do gravitate to sometimes in card making is making black and white and something pop off of that black and white. And when I saw these colors, I had to do that with these snowflakes. Now you can see I had that one boo-boo. See that double stamp there? Yeah. But that's okay. I'll figure out how we fix that and I will show you. So I'm just having fun using these 4 colors, using all of these different size snowflakes. Some are the 1st generation stamping, some are the 2nd generation, some even a 3rd. But I want these different variations, and again, I'm just using these 4 colors, and you can see the number of different color variations that I'm getting. I pulled out my frame die. It's the Antique Frame Die by Penny Black. And I decided I'm going to tear that section off with the bad stamp. Why not? We can do that. That's the beauty of paper. We can tear it, rip it, shred it, paint it, collage it, glue it, staple it, tack it. We can do a lot with paper. So the die looked like it was ripped, so I actually ripped the bottom. That's how I got rid of the bad spot that I stamped. It's not a problem. Grabbed a sentiment from the kit that says, if hugs were snowflakes, I'd send you a blizzard. So that also inspired me for all of this, for this one card. So I'm using her white pigment ink because I want to use my Recollection Snow embossing powder. And whenever I do use white embossing powder, whether it's fine or regular, I will use a white pigment ink. To me, I just get a better, crisper image. That's just my opinion. I'm going to use my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to adhere this. And yes, that panel is black. And it's a holiday card. Yes, I'm using black. I am going to adhere that down onto my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 top folding card base. It will cover the entire front, as my card base is a standard A2 size 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 top folding. Grabbed that white pigment ink and I went around the edges, and I love it. You could stop right here with this card. So technically that's card 1. Now I'm going to come in with card 2. I'm going to add this snowflake. So I'm going to add some gems. So I grabbed my Studio Katya gems. I have them in sparkling crystal and I have them in black. I'm hoping to get more, have them on my Christmas list. Yay! And I'm just going to place them around. So the clear ones are going to go around the center. And then I want the black to accent. Because again, I'm putting this on that card. Again, that's card number 1. But I'm going to show you how we can continue to make that card grow to create card number 2. Or 1A. Let's call it 1A. Or 1B, whatever. So the black is going to help. Now, I was going to adhere that straight down. Why not grab a wobbler? I love my wobblers. I love the small wobblers. They're very versatile when you get the small ones. So those are the ones that I always keep on stock. I take that right down. I make sure the section that's opened and that's more solid goes down onto the card base. And the other side goes onto what I'm adhering. And voila, card 1B. So for the other card, let's just call it that, I grabbed 2 of the greens from the Alta New Green set, Mountain Pine and Shadow Creek. So what I'm doing here, I call it the roll. So I'm putting my stamp into the lighter color solidly, and then I'm going on the edge. I'm rolling around the edge of the stamp in the darker. Just to get that shaded look. Now, I could have done the same thing with the snowflake and stamped into the lighter color and then used the darker color with a finger dauber around the edges. It would have been a smoother blend. It would have been a cleaner blend. Again, I'm good with that. Now there, I'm actually showing that close up, what that would actually look like and how those colors do blend together. So again, it's a rolling technique. All right. So I have all of these pieces. I did use the die that came with the kit to cut these out. So now I'm just looking at, and I want to basically play around with them. Look at the shape. Okay, what size can I get from this? How big would this be if I did create a circle? Now, that is pretty awesome that I created that circle just like that. I will not be able to do that again. So to make sure that I can get close to that, I grabbed one of my circle die so I could draw the circle on my panel here. And again, this is a 4 1/4, or excuse me, this is a 4 inch by 5 1/4 inch panel. So before I put the wreath on, I want to stamp my image, and I'm choosing "Wishing You a Joyous Christmas." I'm grabbing my paper creaser by Tonic, and I'm curving the edges of the paper of the holly. This will give it some texture. I'm coming in with my vintage photo just around the edges, just to give it another color. You know, it's just a little shading, not too much though, not going overboard with it. Around each of these sets of leaves, holly leaves, or yes, they're holly leaves. I wasn't quite sure if they were pine or holly. Once that's done, now I'm going to grab my liquid adhesive and I'm just going to set them down onto my panel. So I want to make sure I hold that there just for a little bit because they're really bent. Excuse me. And I just want to make sure that that center adheres to my cardstock. Excuse me, I had to take a sip of my tea here. And I'm just placing them around. Some of them are dark, some of them are light. That's okay. Absolutely okay. So I have one left because obviously this is smaller than what I originally did, which is fine. And yes, you can see it's a little off. That's okay. I'm going to show you how we fix that too, if that would drive you crazy. So I'm going to make a bow here. I have some ribbon in my stash. I have lots of ribbon in my stash. Had to reiterate that, or state the truth. So now I'm just playing with this ribbon. I'm like, okay, you know what? I want this ribbon to come in here somewhere. I'm like, maybe I could fill in on this side. Maybe that would balance it out. I really loved the long tails of the bow that I made, but I'm like, no, can't have that go off to the side. That would look ridiculous. So what I did was I grabbed another panel. Now that one is cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's not my card base yet. And I'm going to adhere this on top of that. So I've got this nice green border that's going to go around this. I'm going to take the red ribbon and lay it flat, just coming out a little bit from that side. And when I placed this panel down, I did place it more to the left. So that red is going to fill in and even out the panel, if that makes sense. I'm going to use some double-sided tape just to hold down the ribbon so that I can make that tight going across and make sure that it's secured. And you can see it just kind of evened out those leaves coming off more off that one side. It gave them something to sit on, in other words. I'm going to take that bow and I'm just going to set that right there. Again, showing that there's movement on this, that there's a reason that we did this. And also to try, while the bow will take the eye up there, it's going to focus on the bow. I'm going to use my Ruby Slippers Nouveau Glitter Drops because they are my favorite out of all of these. I love the way they look when they dry, and they are going to be my berries throughout my holly wreath. So these are the, I'm going to say 3 cards. I gave you 3 ideas there that we made from the Gina K Stamp TV kit, Fruit of the Season. It is a beautiful kit. I will see if it's still available, but I will definitely link you to her shop. It's very addicting, so be careful. But I hope you did enjoy these 2 cards. A little bit different than some of the other ones that I created. But again, that's what this is all about, to give you ideas to inspire you during the holidays. Maybe not so much to get them done for this Christmas season, but just to inspire you nonetheless. Bring a smile to your face. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do. I'd love to have you here. If you have any questions or comments, please make sure you leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you have any questions or comments, please don't forget to leave them down below as well, and I'll get back to you also as soon as I can. Maybe I said that twice, not quite sure. But always remember, 1, I hope everyone's having a great day, and every day, make sure you smile. And 2, always be creative.